guys, welcome back to Bright Night Tech. My name is Berto and today we are working on my Samus Metroid helmet. Very excited to work on this design, but enough talk, let's get right into it. Alright, so I got this file from Budwin over on Thingiverse. I've done a bunch of Budwin's different helmets and he is amazing at modeling these. I'm very excited to try this one out. Now, I did the helmet stand over at Makerworld. I found it by Triple B 3D. It's a very cool stand. As you can see, it's a little bit on the short side, just the way it is supposed to look. We're going to make a little modification because I like them to look tall. I printed everything on my Centauri Carbon. And as you can see, I did the stand here and I decided to do an extra pillar. And that's going to make it a lot taller than the picture that we saw. And of course, it came out amazing on this printer. Super happy with it. All right, I did the main piece on my Neptune 3 Max. So yeah, I guess I'm a liar. I didn't do everything on my other printer. But that way I can do the whole piece. I did the little hoses on my Centauri here. Turned out really good. Happy with it. All right, let's go ahead and take off the supports here. As you can see, I took supports off the middle. I just left it on the visor there. As you can see, there's still some parts that had some stringing. Next time, I think I will paint it all the way through. Now, these were actually really hard to get off. You can see it's really rough on the bottom. I had to take my heat gun and tear that stuff off. Very difficult, especially considering it's only the bottom. I barely had any supports on the inside. All right, so we got this all nice and clean. We're going to go ahead and try to get rid of some of these layer lines. You can see I got it nice and clean here. I did use my deburring tool and I also used my Dremel here. Try to clean it up the best I can, get some of those supports off. I'm going to go ahead and use my wood filler. I like to use this Elmer's brand wood filler. We're going to cover it up. I'm actually having trouble finding this now, so we might have to switch brands. But, you know, one little container lasts me a very long time, especially if you combine it with water. It'll thin it out a little bit and you can use it for a while. I'm going to go ahead and cover this whole thing. I'm going to try to put a little bit of thicker stuff on the very top to take care of those bigger layer lines. We're going to let this dry overnight. Here is the stand. Looks beautiful. So like I said, this is normally how it comes, and the helmet sits on it and it's almost touching the very bottom. So I printed an extra pillar out. We're going to glue it all together and then we are going to put the helmet on top. I'm going to use some super glue to attach everything. Now it might be a little too tall. I maybe would have been better if I went like half the size, but we are just going to go ahead and try to make this work. So a little bit of super glue there. We're going to put it on there. We're going to let it sit and then go from there. All right, so it's the next day for this helmet. The wood filler is dry. We're just gonna go ahead and sand it the best we can. It's still gonna look rough at the end, but this is the first pass. All right, looks pretty good. Still a little rough looking, but that is to be expected. We're gonna do some filler primer on it next. But looks pretty good. There we go. So we are going to go ahead and do some filler primer on it. There we go. Looks good. Now we're going to let it dry overnight and do more sanding. So we're going to go ahead and just start sanding with a little bit of a higher grit. We're going to go through. You want to make sure you let this cure enough. Right now when it's cold, I actually have to wait an extra day because of the moisture in the air and it's not curing as fast. But we got this as smooth as possible. Now we're going to go through with wood filler again, and we are just going to hit those bigger divots, any big layer lines that are still visible in there. we are just going to go ahead and do some spot check. But the funny thing with spot checking is that sometimes you just kind of end up doing the whole helmet again. But at least that will kind of help it get a lot smoother because you're taking care of all the little divots and notches and, you know, little bits that are missing. And then with going with a higher grit, it's going to let you kind of fill those in and not tear the whole thing off. Okay, here we go. We're going to let this dry again overnight. Okay, overnight. Looks good. Now, let's go ahead and do a lot more sanding on this. You could see I did some of the bottom piece. All right, there you go. Looks fantastic. Very happy with this. Gonna get this looking best we can. There you go. Still looking a little rough. We're gonna go through and we're gonna spray it down with some filler primer. Okay, so we got to spray it again, and now we are going to wait. We are going to go with a little higher grit, and we're going to sand that as smooth as we can. Here are the stand and the tubes. Tubes have filler primer. The stand is just pure silver. We're not going to worry too much about it. All right, so let's go ahead and do some more sanding with the helmet now that it has its last layer of filler primer. We'll go ahead and try to address any little notches or scratches that are visible and just try to take care of it as much as we can. All right, this is some gold. So the idea is that I'm going to do this gold spray paint. We're going to let it cure, and then I want to use this red automotive paint that I used on a red hood helmet that I did a little while ago. And I did the same thing. I did gold and then red, but I did notice because I went straight gold on this, all the little scratches are very visible. What I should have done is I should have gone through with this white spray paint. That's going to help fill in any of those like micro scratches and lines, and it's going to fill them in. It's going to make it look nice and smooth. And now we are going to do the gold after this. Now that it is dry, we're just going to do the little hoses. We're going to do just regular gloss black on those. All right, so we're going to go ahead and again do some gold, and now it is looking fantastically shiny and smooth. We're going to go ahead and hit this, and like I said, after this we're going to let it dry as much as we can, and then we're going to do some of that metallic auto paint red color on it. Look at that, looks beautiful already. And we do the gold because it's going to give it like a nice under gold color to the red. If you were to just do the red, you are going to see through it. So any smudges, or not smudges, but any like scratches underneath are going to be visible, and it's going to be really hard to cover up. You're going to need a lot of paint. I still have a good amount of paint here, so we're going to go ahead and spray it down. Try to make it look as good as possible. Just like that. All right, so this is the next day, and as you can see, the paint did not fall on there the way we wanted it to. It looks very matte. It definitely got absorbed. And I think I know what happened. So with an original Red Hood helmet that I tried to do this paint too, and it looked exactly the same. I think the big problem is I didn't let this cure long enough. I did let it cure for like 3 days, but because it is so cold and humid here right now, maybe not humid, but it's been raining, it did not cure as well as it could have. The Red Hood one that I did was during the summer, so it got nice and dried. But I ran out of paint, so we are just going to pivot. I'm just going to use some regular red. And we're just going to go through it because I ran out of automotive and I don't want to go through the whole thing. What actually happened is that the automotive paint started cracking through. And so I had to go through and try to smooth some of it out. And as you can see, if you look really closely, you can see little micro cracks on there, that is from the automotive paint underneath not curing along with that gold. So this is just kind of where we're at now. We're just going to try to get this finished. We are going to put that idea of the other paint on a back burner and move forward. So I got these green lighting gel filters, kind of like what I did with my Daredevil. I got a red one and I cut it into the shape. Here are the LED lights that we are going to use on the inside. So the green gel is going to be the visor. We're going to cut it out. We're going to stick it inside, and that is going to be our visor. So it should be pretty easy. Now, there is a much better way to do this. The file does come with a visor file, so you can print that out and then cut it to the exact size and shape you want. What you really should be doing here is putting it on the inside and then marking your lines. Don't do it the way I'm doing it. I'm literally just really lazy, and I don't really worry too much about being perfect on this kind of thing. As long as it fits inside and it looks good on the outside, I don't think it matters if it is cut in the perfect size shape. So we're going to go ahead and just cut this. I'm going to go a little higher than the black line so that I can make sure that it will fill in the whole spot. If you go too exact, it won't have any room to be taped or glued or whatever it is that you are deciding to do. So let me show you right here. Beautiful, fits right there. So the black is actually on a little plastic film on top of this gel, so that black marker will go away as soon as we peel that. But as you can see, perfect size. Even though it's a little lopsided, that's okay, it fits. We're going to use this Velcro right here, and we are going to stick pieces to the visor. Let's go ahead and take off this plastic cover here off this green gel, just like that. And now what we're going to do, we're going to take some of these Velcro pieces, we're going to put them strategically on the top, bottom, and sides, just like this. And then we'll take off that cover for the adhesive on the other side, and then we are just going to stick it inside the helmet, and it'll look beautiful. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and put these LED lights. I'm going to take off the bottom there, and it is going to expose that adhesive, which we can hopefully just stick all through here. What I did notice is that because I didn't clean out the inside as well as I should have, there's still a lot of like little dust particles, so it is actually not holding as well as I would like to. I'm going to put the battery pack on the side here because the ear hole areas are really big. Alright, so here is the black tubing. I super glued it on there. I used some silver paint for the ends there, and used a black marker, paint marker to paint the inside of the helmet there. Okay, so what I thought I filmed, but I can't find the footage of, is me doing the red or the black lines on this helmet. I just took a little pen and a brush and just went through just to make sure we have that contrast. Okay, now because earlier I mentioned that it wasn't sticking that great, I'm going to use some hot glue, and we're going to go through and secure all those lights, and we're going to test them out. Looks great. There you go. So what I didn't show you guys is that I think I'm gonna use some paint to cover up the inside, because right now it is white, so it is reflecting a lot of light on there. And I actually messed up the original visor that I had. I got some paint on it, tried to clean it, but as you can see, it got all scratched up. So I did end up making a much better shaped visor. So really all we got to do now is just slap that visor on there, and nothing else to say but the glamour shots. you have it. I am super happy with the way this turned out, and those LED lights just brought the whole thing together. Next time I'm gonna do way better on the scaling. Went a little small on this time, but that's totally okay. Next time, maybe we can try a different design. But let me know if you guys have done this one yourselves. And thanks for watching. If you have any questions, go ahead and put in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button for notifications. And we will see you next time.